When we talk about FTEs per square foot, when you mentioned IFMA, and then I was thinking back to the ASHI benchmark that they did way back in 2013.
Yeah.
And whenever you talk to people and you see it on the ASHI listserv, hey, what do you use for employee per square foot? Is it one employee for 28, one employee for 40? Is your hospital new? Is your hospital old? There's all these variances. What is your approach to employees per square feet? Is that even relevant anymore? Have any comment on that?
In a vacuum, I don't think it's a very useful metric.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain. Number one, the 2013 benchmark doesn't include compensation expense and doesn't show you contracted or outsourced costs. So if I'm looking at my staffing levels and I'm really high compared, relative to the benchmark, but my compensation is at benchmark and my outsourcing costs are low and my total costs are at benchmark, then I can say, yeah, my staffing levels are high, but that's because I'm not outsourcing as much and I'm actually at benchmark for total cost, right? So that's the important thing to be looking at, not just what's your FTE per square foot. That's okay. It's not, from my opinion, it's not a very helpful tool to look at. Now, secondly, you have to understand, I think it's also helpful to dive a little deeper to say, well, what percent is management? What percent is technical staff? How's that broken? And so there's a lot of deeper level analytics that can happen within that. And then lastly, this issue of what's the best benchmark, because you could say, well, FTE per square foot. You could say FTE per adjusted patient day, which was the metric that was, selected for the 2013 report. And so that's a lot of research that I've done to say, well, what are the best metrics?